Hi and welcome to another video from me, Crusade DBG. How is everyone doing?
Hi and welcome.
Give a couple minutes. I am late starting because my little one didn't want to sleep. For some reason, in this heat, wanted to wear some sleep socks. I don't understand him sometimes. I am sweating here in the UK. And it's still 18 degrees at like 8:45 at night. Way too hot. I was trying to find an extra blanket as well, which I don't quite understand why he needs that. His room is like 24 degrees, something like that, according to the temperature gauge, but still wants to stay even hotter. Hey Derek, hey Matt, how are you both doing? The heat is way too much, isn't it? Do tell me if you can hear everything alright, sound okay. Do tell me if you can hear everything alright, sound okay. Nice £17 million. I'm not too bad. I did lose like, I want to say like 3 mil in the last PvP. It serves me right for trying to solo alliance. Who was I trying to solo? FRV, and most of them were offline, but there were a couple online, and they were doing some really good defensive plays. To be fair, and it just caught me off guard on like 2 of my attacks, so I lost quite a lot of troops. But I have got the next conundrum, and that is I've got everything done ready for Battle Barge 35, which then means I can get T8 troops that could die to a dodge T1 attack. But look at the admin of this. 107 metal, 107 fuel, 84 mil adamantium, and 86 mil 0.6, because I just didn't want to round it up, or round it, yeah, it would have been rounded up when it was 67 mil of plasma. So I am a long way off it. Long way. But that is my next aim. That is what I'm going to try and get. Yeah, definitely got to get saving, mad. Definitely got to get saving. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long. I reckon in a couple of days I'll probably get there. Just with a proper grind. And hitting up, farming some people. Do need to do a video on how to make a farm account, because I haven't done it yet, and I know Mad, you said you would help me on that, so I really appreciate us getting together and doing that sometime, because I generally think I've got to the stage of the game where I need it, which is a shame. Probably one of the negatives of the game, I think. At the moment I need a farm account, which doesn't sound right. We want everyone active on a server, but that is the way it is at the moment. So today I wanted to chat about, well, actually, first of all, I want your comments of what you feel is good in the game. What makes it a good game? What makes it a bad game? I really want to do a bit of a survey on that and get it going, in a sense, to get a little bit of understanding of where everyone's at. Have got some deep rescues, I might do that. And see if I can get a live stream luck and get the legendary Calgar. Because he has avoided me. Next up, the event wise. So what we got on the events? We got this Alliance Treasury, which basically you're buying packs as a group. It's alright. It's another way of encouraging you spending your crystal if you don't know what to spend your crystal on. Personally, I don't see much of the benefit of it, to be honest, because I think for 600 crystal you could get more from the VIP store. But that's my personal opinion. I think some of it you obviously can't, like the hero packs. That is quite expensive on the VIPs, but it's still quite a lot there as well. Yeah, it's just not for me. The other one we've got is the attack Lassander, who is the Imperial Fist Chapter Master. And we'll have a chat about the Imperial Fist, what people think. And this game is all about just Ultramarines at the moment. But I really something I'd want in the game is skins, to be able to change. I don't think they should be different bonuses. I think I'll add too much to the game myself, but it could work. Let me know what you think. Do you think we should get bonuses for different chapters and different skins? I'd like to see different skins. Probably Imperial Fist is where I go, or Crimson Fist. I tend to like Rogal Dawn. It was the Primarch, and I like that style, I think. But this one's quite a good way of getting him for free, I think. You still got quite a lot of things to get it though. In day one, it's just logging in, so you would naturally, if you just logged in for 5 days, you would get one shard from him. And the radar, I'm almost finishing that. I need to fix the existing bonuses first. Yeah, I don't think you're not wrong. Rogal Dawn. Yeah, Dawn, don't you mean? Yeah, it's my dyslexia. I get names horribly wrong. My friend's got irritated. I watched the free. I read the first 3 Horus Heresies to get me into reading, really, and a lot of people didn't know who I was on about, so I was just making up names. I was like, yeah, that Tarragon guy with Grogon, and they're like, who? Like, Space Wolves guy. And they're like, there was no Space Wolves. I'm like, Lunar Wolves. Constantly get it wrong, and being XGW staff, I get so much wrong on names. But I know what I'm talking about. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Text to speech style. Yeah, it's pretty much. The other way to get more shards is donate, so it's just doing your alliance research, which if you're an alliance you should be doing that anyway. Expedition, I'm almost there to get the next one, and day 3 is helping your alliance, and it says training up speed, but it's nothing to do with speed. It's getting your power up, which the last one is quite hard to get considering, but you should get there in 5 days. If you're a constant player and you're at this sort of level, you should be getting there. Otherwise, generally the bonuses are good by themselves. You're getting crystal, again, then you can spend that loads of different things. I still think the VIP store is one of the best. Let's collect my metal while I'm there. Got 2 hours to do anything there. Let's get this stuff out of the way with. Can you see contribution and stats from other players? You can in your alliance. Let's see how much people contributed. I don't think I've probably contributed that much. We'll have a look. Send out all these. I've got a couple ones to show a little bit of action in normal gameplay. Nothing wrong. I'm getting loads of her shards. I think I've got. That's one of the things I wish they did in the game, and that was they did do it briefly. Like you could change shards for different things, but to me, I think it's got to be consistent, not just an event that allows you to do it myself. Because I have everyone here, every shard that I can get for a hero here, I've got at max stars, so I do not need any more. But it's a good way of getting some XP. Currently trying to level up. Who am I trying to level up? I don't know, I can't remember. As is there, let's just go Lysander. I don't think I can level him up anymore. He's 0 stars here. Let's have a look at see what he's like anyway. I always do Knight because now you're getting XP with Knight, which is a good way of farming some ability. Watch a video on the Void Supremacy with JDN. I was playing as JDN, terribly defeat. I had no idea it was recorded, so I subbed. I appreciate it, actually. No problem. To be fair, we did a Void, my third Void the other day, and I got horribly smashed. And I don't know what happened. To be honest, it was horrendous. I thought we were doing well, and then suddenly all just disappeared, and I couldn't film it because my son was ill, and I was just going up and down, and then I had to clean dirty pants. My son just, in his words, had a poopy monster turned up too fast. It's only 3. And I was like, brilliant. Let's clean that up. I just let whatever the Void was doing by itself. And we end up losing. I spent way too much resource wise and everything on there. Spent way too much. Still trying to heal my troops faster. It just didn't work in our favour, unfortunately. I think Void is one of those things, like you can quickly get beaten and it can get away from you very quickly, unfortunately. So my advice on the Void is, I think it's easier to defend, but it is a long game as well, and rallies are really important, and people could end up running out of those healing upgrades. But it is one of those things. I know it's opening up to more and more servers, which is really cool. Yeah, something I see as well, actually. A lot of players, we were 10 and our opponent was 12. And it was really hard to come back into the game, to be honest. It's really difficult. Get rid of all my notifications, I don't know what's going on there. Put my phone on plane mode, still comes up with notifications. To be fair, they're all Warhammer notifications all the time anyway. Oh, so after this we'll get the first code on the go, I think, as well. I'll put it in the chat and input it on the game as well. It has got a limited use, it can only be used 5,000 times, both of them. I've got 2 to give away today. Warhammer lover. You know, I do like his channel. It's just a nice. To be fair, I tend to follow quite a lot of the Warhammer channels anyway. There's a Warhammer sort of channel community that I'm part of. It was set up by Nick Beer. He's a Necron guy, and it's actually really nice just to chill and chat on there as well. Yeah, it's a really nice community part of them as well. It is just really nice. So watch the comments of swearing now that come through there. So, first code, let's get it going. Now it is cap blocks based, so you have to make sure you put it in right. I'll type it in the chat as well. So the way you renew codes, if you haven't done it before, you go to your little avatar at the top. It's quite cool, you can change it now. And you can redeem a code. So you click on there and it will come up. It's capital D, devs with a capital V in there. And as we can see, it's all coming about LC, which obviously stands for Lost Crusade. That is the code. There you go, and you'll get a mail for it. I'm not going to open it. I want you guys to tell me that it works and tell me what you got. Tell me what you win. What did you win, people? The messages come forward to write them again. So what did you win? All working? Cool, Mad. Thanks for that. Good confirmation that the codes are working. I'm trying to wangle it that I get some good codes coming through as we hit 2k subs on YouTube now, and I really want to do a giveaway that's sort of combined with the game, because it's quite a big part of the channel at the moment, and our hobby. So we're going to do some giveaways, and I'm going to print off some scenery as well, because I've got some scenery for my new 3D printer, so I'm going to print off some scenery and stuff like that to go with it, to cover all aspects of the collection of hobby. You've got 100 crystal and 5 times 5, 10 of each resource. Pretty solid. Oh, don't forget the research as well. 2 researches, not research, rescues. Nice little freebie. Loads of messages. That's all from my collection. So what are your favourite chapters and companies or legions? whatever it is, let's start just Space Marines in general first. I do like Space Imperial Fists, and that is all to do with the hero they're giving away. And that's quite big at the moment. He's in the war chest or something? War badge at the moment. I do like the war badge, but I thought it was it was like a once purchase and you kept getting it. So I'm unsure if it's worth, what is it, £10 and you get 20 shots. I think it's good, don't get me wrong, like you're getting 4,600 crystal, you're getting quite a lot, but I think it should have been like the growth thing, because you unlock it once and then every time it resets, it could almost be reset once a month, you keep getting it. That's what I think. It'll be I think that would be a better purchase for me. But a once-off purchase, I'm not really a fan of that. But that's me. I don't know what you think of it. Night Lords, Blood Ravens. The war purchase mainly for a crystal. Yeah, it's going to get you a lot of crystal. I want the growth thing to come back. I used to have the growth fund, but since it hit 30, it's disappeared. I don't understand why. I thought it should stay. I want the growth fund to come back. It needs to be here. Find Sam, and you peacefully will give him a love tap. Is that mad? Where are you, Sam? I'm not too sure where he is, to be fair. No, he's not near me. Could almost like kick him out of the alliance just to give him a tap and then go back from that. So Imperial Fists is one of my favourite chapters and favourite companies. And they have, I don't know if it's because I also like Armor Warriors, which makes me a real weird hypocrite, but I generally just like the hate between them both. If you didn't know, Armor Warriors are the siege breakers in a sense of chaos, and then Imperial Fists are the siege creators in a sense, in a real very simplistic term. I love the story of Imperial Fists being there, created terror, holding it with everything of the Horus Heresy coming towards them. I think it's a great stories. I don't want to say too much because I really think you need to read them. Siege of Terror is a great book. Done over a couple books, but almost getting to the end, I think. It's something I really recommend. So Imperial Fists have massively changed since 30k. Well, I think every chapter has changed, adding the Primus Marines into it, and Imperial Fists are not one to shy away from the upgrade either. Admittedly, I do love Imperial Fists in what they call Mark III Iron Pattern Power Armor, which is the Horus Heresy or pre-Heresy battle armor. I really like it, and it's sort of the scheme I based my knights on as well, that have got the Hawk Shroud, which got actually a Devil's Brush logo on shoulder pads as well. It's interesting, but do you guys collect any armies at all, or are you just playing the game? Because I know some people are generally just play the game and they don't collect any of the armies, which I find quite not odd, because I think there's such an element of 40k in this game, and this game, let's be honest, is like a lot of other games. It's very similar build, resources, create your armies, blah blah blah. So for me, the reason why I got into it was because of it's got the Warhammer-esque feel to it. That is the main reason why I got into it. And what kept me into it is generally actually the social side. I generally really like the chat, the alliance, all that sort of thing. I'm trying to get try and get alliance on the chat. I'll come and watch it later. Got loads of plenty of shards there. Let's see if we can get anything else. Where are we on the center attack? Expeditions 159, research. I'll get that in a couple of days, so that's not too bad. Actually, social element for sure, otherwise I would have stopped playing. Yeah, no, I agree. If it wasn't for the social side, it wouldn't matter to me, the game. I probably would have still played it, but generally maybe log into it every now and again, or I'd just play it as pretty much not solo, because you need to be an alliance for some element of protection. But it does need to improve, and I think, Mad, you're on a good point there as well. What I was going to come to. What do I think and others think about the incoming server merges in a couple of months? I think it needs to happen, and I think it needs to happen quicker. Personally, hopefully it doesn't come with the maintenance bugs that we've all come to love at the moment, but at least we get some type of element of compensation, and we are generally shielded for that time as well, which I really do like. But I really want the server merge. I think there has to be something in the game that if you don't log on for a couple of weeks, then you lose your base or something, or so it just creates that more friendly server, or more fuller server. I also think there's got to be an element of power hits level as well. It's almost like, I remember when I first played World of Warcraft, when it first came out. I don't play it anymore. It was how many years ago? 20 odd years ago. And if you hit someone lower than you got something negative against you, or you just couldn't attack them if they were so low unless they hit you. I do feel that something like that needs to be in play. End of the day, I could just walk up to a new alliance, if they're all 25 or whatever, and I can literally total them, and if that was me, that would really discourage me playing the game again. I had a boogeyman, and I really hope the server merge has something about that. But I think our server is very, if you do want to join server free, because we do have a rule of we basically don't hit each other, attack anyone who's got an army unless it is PvP night, and not the PvP 3-4 nights that they were doing. That was a big error. So PvP night is really good, and you can generally get enough alliance 8-hour bubbles, I think, to save yourself. What did you say, Ashy? Server merge is irrelevant now that on the 70 plus servers, too many lower level players get grinded by a kill event. Yeah, and that's why I think there's got to be something in there that allows the person to either switch on or off a bubble, or an easier way to gain bubbles. I mean, don't get me wrong, the alliance part, I know you wanted to see the contribution base as well, so I will go through that. The alliance part, it's only 25 to be able to get an 8-hour bubble, so 100k, and you could bubble and you could move and you can send your army to another person's army. You can making sure that you're top ranked, that you don't get completely wasted. Yeah, you've got to get those numbers higher, Boogeyman. Felt so useless. T9 and even T8 getting absolutely destroyed. I think there's a problem. I we'll get to T8. I'm still on T8, T7. Am I? I don't remember what T I'm at. Oh man, yeah, T7. 70 million power and you couldn't do a thing. It's the hero dodge thing that I think a lot of people worked out on. I have 11 days left of BB5. I've got to get my resources. I've got to get resources. There's 14 days of build time. But I know that can get obviously improved with bonuses and stuff. All techs at 35, fair play. I am way behind on all of that. Way behind. I think the server merges need to happen, but I think it's got to be done right. But I also think an element of being on a good server, which unfortunately is relying on people, and we know that people can make the difference, either stupid or not, about having the non-aggression packs in place. I did see on Lost Crusade chat the other day someone complaining that basically their alliance got wiped out the night before a PvP event. And I can understand that is very frustrating. I mean, the problem is there's nothing in the game to stop people doing that. It's just a social side, really, that could stop doing that. And I think that needs to happen. I think our server is pretty well governed now. And I think if you did join and you join one of the alliance, doesn't matter what alliance it is, there's a lot of respect for the people that are actively playing. There is still a lot of people that aren't active across all the servers, and I think having more servers isn't good. I think they need to fill almost the servers up before they create a new one. Obviously, I don't know the technical side of how that affects the game on their server percentage or all that sort of stuff. All I know is on a player side, you should be able to play, you should be able to join something. Yeah, I always shield up on a PvP event, unless I'm going for PvPing. We did the first server versus server, and our alliance had a non-alliance pack with everyone on our server, and I shielded, but there wasn't anyone attacked, so it was quite well governed in that sense. It was quite well respected. But I know on other servers that hasn't been the case, and I think that is very frustrating. Actually, we put on server 12, top 8 alliances agreed with killing players. We have rules and try to preserve the lower players by not allowing kill resource nose. Yeah, perfect. I think our rule is literally if you have troops and it is a PvP of a night, you are fair game, in a sense. And I'd also say, if you haven't shielded up, it's on you. Like, there really shouldn't be any reason why you haven't shielded if you're active. If you're not active, then you're probably gonna get hit every time, and you're probably gonna become an inactive player very quickly. Unfortunately, so. Let's open up some deep rescues, and let's see if I can get a live Calgar, and then that's it. I can retire from the game. I've completed it. I'm sure that's how Calgar works. He's once I haven't got. I don't think. Is he? I know. I haven't got got whatever his name is, because he is a pay only VIP part, which I've got the VIP open. I just haven't got the spare £30. Is it? Yeah, $28.99 to pay for him to be open. I think that's one of the problems as well, is legendary heroes. There's more legendary heroes than there is common, and there's more epic than there is common. There needs to be some more common heroes. There just needs to be. There needs to be something more. It doesn't fit the ratio of what you get. And I know that in Warhammer 40k, you've got so much of a history of heroes from different chapters. Even within Ultramarines, to be fair, you can add more in. But let's see. Yeah, of course, all the commons are maxed out. There's so little of them. It's like pointless getting the shards. I mean, let's have a look at what shards I've got for heroes. I've got 700 of the pointless. 1,000 plus here of Vex. Right, there's 1,000 plus. 1,000. You know, they're all pointless. I'd just rather trade them in. I think what you should be able to do is every 10 you trade in for a universal, and then every 10 of that universal you can trade up for another universal of a different colour up. So, so it gets lower, and it's not so easy to get. The same for armour. I've got 3,800 of the normal old school armour when they did the whole transfer across. I've got no need for it. I got 600 of it for universal. I think I should be able to trade that to go to epic, 1:10 ratio, keep it basic, and then 1:10 for epic to go to legendary. So you keep it, and I think that will balance the game, but also give every player the opportunity that doesn't want to spend money on it to grind it out. And I think that's important, and I think that's for every game I play, whatever it is. I like the ability to be able to gain everything, whether I pay, and generally I pay to support the games I like, because they are normally free. They're not bombarded with advertisement or anything like that. So that's why I quite like this game. But I think you need to be able to get everything by grinding, regardless of what it is, even if it just takes more time. Oh, you've been chatting to the support bookie man, I bet you. Well, I said, but yeah, I think it will change. I think when the servers merge, I think they'll get a lot more active players, as some of the servers will die out. We'll see what happens. I think more videos like this and more people making comments. I know they don't really look at my videos in that sense. I'm part of the creator team, which I really like, and part of that allows me to get the codes to give out to you. I don't get any other bonuses. I got this nice little whatever it's called, not logo, glory. Yeah, I've got an outstanding community contribution exclusive award, which I think is quite cool. Does it do anything in the game? No. Does it look funky? Yeah, it looks brilliant. But I didn't gain anything else from it. But we'll see what happens. I think more people making comments, but making comments in a positive way. I think that's the problem. Like, a lot of people being shouty, and these people just working. And the people that are on support sometimes aren't working for a game. They're just a filler of admin. So I think sometimes writing the things down and doing it as a real, sincere, and can't think of the right word. Not shit sandwich, but something actually nice. Positive criticism. There we go. You know, to actually contribute to what they say, I think is the right way. So let's do some deep rescues. Got 16 plus 16, so we're at 32. Let's go. Calgar. Can we have Calgar in the chat? Come on, give me Calgar in the chat, and hopefully that brings Calgar home. If only. Would that ever happen? $32. I think I've done over 1,000 of these, and I've only got 5 shards of him as well. So I've got 5 before I go.
The chapter's gene seed must be safeguarded at all costs.
Mini Papa Smurf, that's what I want. I've got 6. I only need 4. What's the chances? Live on a chat. Let's go. I'm waiting for my name to come across the top. So you know you got something just to bait it a little bit more.
By the blood,
no, that is not who I want. That is definitely not who I want. I already have 1,000 of you. Why do I need another 10? One strike, and then one more to add to the 700 plus of the Sisters of Battle. I don't think you said Calgar loud enough, chat. That's why I failed. I can't fail on myself. It's all you. Look what you did. Got 20 of him as well. 20 more Vexes. Why? Oh well. I'm not spending crystal on him. Any of that? Maybe. So what is next for the game apart from 7 versus 7 merges? I don't know, to be honest. And you can get the battle barges up. I think 40 is a good number to stop. I can imagine them going to 50 because it's 50. It seems to be a better number. Hi Fenrits, how are you? Resource wise, it's so much. And when you first start the game, don't be put off by your first million metal when you see it and you're like, oh, it's so hard to get there. It'll be much easier when you go up, and obviously depending on where you're based as well. Like where we are, we're now near the 6 pods, and then so they're 490, 900,000 every time. So, you know, almost 500,000 resource, but you need to build up to those troops to get it. So, man, no 50 please. 40 is already 230 million. Yeah, I can imagine. Do you know what the worst thing is? I think it's the outpost. That throws me off more than anything, because I'm like, yeah, I can get there. And then I'm like, I just got to do the barrage. I might be able to do a barracks, and then the outpost just kicks me. I'm like, oh, that's all the resources I'm ever going to get for that week. That's what I think. They could make other mods of sector versus sector, like a whole world sector at once. Yeah, no, that would be really cool. I think a proper sector versus sector invasion would be quite cool. I don't know how long I've been streaming for now. How long have I been on? Oh, almost an hour. So let's go for the next code. I think less people don't want codes. If you want a code, write code in the chat.
My psychic prowess is not a gift, but a weapon to wield.
Code Calgar. Do you know what? If they could give me a 2,000 subscriber code that gave me a Calgar, that would be immense, wouldn't it? Let's try and convince if this could be the best video ever. Calgar giveaway. That would be immense. Let's go for it. And after the live chat, if you smash the comments in the video of the normal video, it'll boost this rating because the algorithm on YouTube. If we can get Calgar codes for my first 2K, now that would be good. I'll sell myself for a mil crystal. So yeah, let's go next code. I'll put it in the chat for you, so at least then you can read it on there, but I will do it on the screen as well. Then I want the code. Gang, I think they're only usable for 5,000 times is what I've been told. Let's type it in, redeem code. Again, this is case sensitive. So it's LC 40K rush. But it's LC with capital 40K, all lowercase, and big B for brush. And it looks like you're getting the same again. It's not too shabby. You think about it, just by watching this stream award, you got 200 crystal. Now, if you look at that, VIP terms, almost gets you 600,000 on a resource. Well, that's not too shabby, and that's a good way of looking at it as well. Or you can waste it on half of a deep rescue. I think one of the other things in the game, I don't know if you agree with this or not, because I use the VIP store quite a lot when I do mine crystal a lot on the game. So I think you should get, and I love the 10% thing, I think you should get a 10% back being VIP points of what you spend on crystal. Or something like that. You know, if I spent 70 crystal, I'd get 7 VIP points to increase my VIP score. In a long term, that can add up. Short term doesn't really do much, but it feels like you're actually doing something, because you only get 40 a day unless you buy stuff. But I really want the VIP, but it's a lot to increase. Well, you could just smash it and go, 6,000 by 60,000 crystal. Like we all have that hanging around. The problem is the VIP store, what it does is it increases the VIP bonus, but it also opens up the pack perk. I think as a game mechanic, you'd probably get more people buying the bigger packs than you will the smaller packs if you're getting things in the VIP store for buying things naturally in the VIP store. It doesn't mean you change anything like negative now, but it just means you get some type of increase or get something back. Again, I like games that you just be able to grind out and you be able to get things for doing things in the game. Like logging in every day, you get 40 points, but that's not really grinding, but contributing and doing things like spending crystal and getting points back. I think it's worth it. VIP store is amazing. Yeah, no, I agree. I really want to get them, get everything there. Yeah, no, VIP store is always better than the Alliance Treasury, I seem to find. And you can't buy resources in here, and that might be something. You get resources in here. I mean, if I just went on a normal shop, my items, go to the store, if I was buying some resources in here, 1,000,000 fuel is 770. In the VIP store, I believe it's 300 for me. Yeah, so VIP store is always going to be a lot. Yep, saving that crystal for the Alliance ranking event, I always do, to get the maximum points. Last Alliance thing, I didn't get it at all. It's really annoying. Normal shop isn't very good at all. Again, though, if you were doing my thing with every time you spent crystal on something, you got points back, that could contribute to it. Again, another way of doing it. Yeah, it needs to be something in resources. There needs to be some type of change, I think. Admittedly, I am naturally flawed as I need to upgrade all my resource bits because they're not high level at all. I don't think I've got any that are like a plus 30. Got 8 furnaces. Again, I've still got quite a lot on 27. Got 8 fuel. Most of them, all of them but 30, but 1, so that's good. 9 adamantium. Again, I need to get them up. A lot of them still on 27. And plasma, a lot of them are on 27, 28. So I do need to upgrade that. That is definitely me. But I'm finding that actually upgrading them costs so much to get a return that sometimes it feels like it's not worth it. But I know in long term in playing the game, it will make a difference. See, on our server, I think 450 is quite good. I don't think bigger nodes really make that much of a difference for me, because I'm probably logging on every couple of hours anyway to just recycle my gathering. I don't think that's too much of a problem, and I never really run out of the nodes where I am. Obviously, the super resources is a big difference when I want to sleep. and I send my forces to super resources, or if it's PvP night, I bubble up and I use super resources only. It tends to be what I do on there. Hi, Cuba. Not wrong there, Dante and Plasma. But it generally is just a nice game, isn't it? It is. I think the problem is when you do spend money on a game, and I'm not lying. I've spent money on the game. I contributed a couple of ways. I bought the growth pack. I bought the hero packs and stuff like that. Tend to buy small purchases rather than a big purchase. Don't know what everyone else does. Probably cutting myself short and probably should save for the big purchase rather than the small purchases myself. But I find it hard to sort of justify spending that much money at once. I have been on all games that require packs. You know, even if you went to the packs on FIFA or Call of Duty or anything like that, I tend to never spend any money on them at all. But this game I have. Quite like it. Hi, Bingo. And it is quite cool. I do like it. Again, though, it's the social side. I think if I was in a bad server and a bad alliance, this game would have long gone. I used to play combat cards quite a lot, but there wasn't any social aspect to it when I played. I know they've added in stuff now in guilds, and a lot of people chat on Discord and a group over it. But to me, I want to chat in game. That tends to be how I respond. Yeah, no, they are good to make you want to buy things in the game. Oh yeah, it's good marketing, isn't it? Legions of Fun. I used to play that when it first came out. I like the story aspect of it, but I found the battle mechanic not taxing, but too time consuming. Like I just want to click and then leave it. If that makes sense. I find this game a little bit easier for that. Difference between spenders and free to play is too big. Yeah, I agree, and I think that's why you've got to grind out. I think the ability to have everything being able to collected or transfer up awards the person playing more, and I think if you play more, you're more likely to spend something rather than just spending outright to get a jump. But I don't know. There's Legend down there. And it'll be nice. Nice to get a 35. That's where I want to get. I wanted to get a 35 before they increased to 40. And then I don't know what happened. There was some maintenance thing, wasn't there? That stopped it. Yeah, I think I'm probably at about £35 on the game, I think. And to be fair, the amount of times I play and the length of time and things like that, if you compare it to like a PlayStation game or an Xbox or whatever, I've done far more hours on this game than I have most of those games that I could spend 30, 40 quid, 50 quid when they're brand new. So for me, that's actually justified in that reason. But I think it's quite hard for me to initially justifying spending, because I've never done it really on a mobile game before. But I think it is just the way the world is coming now. Yeah, no, Fennec, I agree on that. There is the free to 100% free heroes with the dodge utilization, which I can see them fixing on that, and I thought they fixed it at um, last update. To be fair, um, but I think they need to do more PvP stuff or server versus server stuff to make it more fun. Um, but and you get to a stage in the game where it becomes quite stagnant, and I think I am really at that stage where it's a long time. But because of the community, it's kept me going, and that I keep saying that is one of the beautiful parts of the game. Yeah, and I think they just need to maximize the servers. As it goes down. Yeah, there has been some nasty bugs, but I mean, what was it half of our server transferred suddenly warped to server 2? I don't know what happened. I really wish I was part of that team because it would have made a funny video. But I wasn't. I didn't even know what was going on. I just noticed loads of people just disappeared. Yeah, I'll put up the first code if you missed it. Yeah, it was, yeah. Thanks, Cuba, as well. I mean, we talked about what game. We all playing it. Some of us might have paid too much to justify not leaving. But what makes you stay? What makes you keep playing this game rather than joining some another game that is, to be honest, very much same type of style of game. Just this has 40k element to it. What's making you stay? So, Legend, you're staying because of your alliance? Yeah, I get that. Definitely not how BS updates. What are you saying? They've always been perfect. So we take alliance side out and social side. Why do you play the game? Mine is the 40k side. I like anything to do with 40k. And mine is definitely the artistry as well. I love some of the artwork. Weird side that's keeping me in the game. I do love the artwork. merge probably happen in a couple of months. If that's what you're waiting for and that's what's going to keep you into the game, I've invested too much. But man, yep, so some people spend too much money to jump into another game now. Well, but also time as well. I think we've all, to get where you are, 35, it's taking a lot. Yeah, mine is like Legend, even though you're on an OPI. I mean, the social side of you still in the chat keeps you playing in the game. Mad, you're definitely one of them as well. You know, all these things, Enrus from being on evil, all these things keep me going in the game. Like, I spent a lot of time. Your alliance is good. That's what I really like on there. Yeah, I hope the merger thing, top alliance, will sort itself out. It'd be interesting. Be really interesting to see what happens. Hey Sam, finally here. So now Sam's here. I think that's going to end the stream. I'm joking. Yeah, no, I agree with you, but Boogeyman, I think the merge needs to be well thought out of, rather than just going server 1, server 2 merge, server 3, server 4 merge, just doing it that way. I think it's got to be done on some type of scale of some type. I just don't know how. Be interesting. I want to merge with server 1 and server 8. Why those, Ledge? What interest do you have in there in server 1 and server 8? What have you set up? Server 1 because all mean they are top one ally, and server 8. Server 8 because they are PvP to need to pull back to the floor. Fair play. So basically, you want to smash the people that are either best or bring some people back down to reality. I like it. What do people think of the new reserve thing? I've not really looked at it. I noticed it come up the other day. What does it actually do? Has anyone used it? So when your injured soldiers exceed the hospital capacity, injured soldiers will be dying from lack of treatment. Yeah, we get that. By then, a certain number of soldiers will be sent from other sectors to reinforce your base. You can receive new soldiers by using warband honor. Okay. Not really sure. Yeah, Legend, I don't think they're going to give you any points. I'm going to be honest. So you got the blurb there. Let's see. More die, more reserve soldiers you're going to get. Okay. It's okay, I suppose. I don't know if it's really... Is it going to affect PvP that much? Is it going to affect when servers merge, having some reserve? I don't know. I don't know. You know, I've been playing Lost Crusade now since November last year, I think. I think I'm at 100 and... Oh yeah, I'm almost at 200 days consecutive play. I'm almost there on 35. I just got to get the admin of all of that. I'm nowhere near it. Grind, I know, and I need a farm. I know I need a farm. I had farming spots, but I need to make my own little farm of little devils. No. But I generally think if you've missed the codes, I'll put them back on. Because I think I've been on here long enough. Probably am going to end the stream. Only because it is 10 o'clock and I am shattered. And I've got to do a load of printing yet, 3D stuff. Because my nieces are down this weekend, so I want to get them, just print them some toys that they can be able to print, paint and stuff like that. I'm enjoying having a 3D printer. I only got it for 100 quid for Ender 3 as well, which is not too bad. Pleasure of Facebook Marketplace. When I'm streaming next, I think I'm going to be... there is an event I've been invited in on the 30th. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream that day because I am on holiday. As in actually away from work and everything. But I know there is something happening on the 30th. So, with all the other creators, I will have a look at. And I'll get notifications. Do check us out, obviously. Subscribe on here and to get notifications. I'll also be doing some Twitch streams. It might not necessarily be Lost Crusade, but definitely streaming other games on the moment on there. And Facebook as well gets all our updates of all our social media. And Instagram, if you're interested in a hobby as well. I'm constantly sharing our pictures of our armies that we're painting on commission at the moment, or my own personal armies, or even the other guys on the channel as well. There's James and Rykart. They've been painting up quite a lot. So Instagram is a good way of following us for actually painting stuff. Yeah, Blood Bowl 2, it tends to be what I'm streaming at the moment because I'm on quite a league with that. And Dawn of War 2, just actually going through Chaos Rising at the moment, a little bit of nostalgia gaming, which is quite cool just to play simple old school games, which is quite cool. James is the main painter on the channel, so I'm Christopher. I do most of the gaming stuff. James is our main painter, who works on the commission side of the painting side. I used to do it, but I hate painting. Me and James have both worked with Games Workshop for many years, and then went our separate ways when we left Games Workshop, worked in different industries. And Reichart is new-ish to the hobby, a couple years now. He's been playing and chose Imperial Fists for his first painted army. Silly man, but actually did really well, and they look lovely, and they even won a painting competition at a tournament as well, so fair play to him. So yeah, it's three of us that do the channel. James has got long hair, or watch some of the videos. He tends to do mostly his face on the channels. When I'm doing games, it's a little bit harder for me to have the setup at the moment. Hey, no, nothing wrong with fists. Just choosing yellow as your first ever painted colour scheme when you've never painted any army before is incredibly brave or incredibly stupid, or a mixture of both, I think. Yeah, there's loads of different army videos on here on our YouTube channel actually. So yeah, do check it out. Really appreciate it. If you see stuff you like, do comment. We always get back to people. But yeah, Instagram, you're going to see loads of different things, and loads of things coming up as well. I'm doing a bit of my Instagram's, the main Instagram isn't that old, so I've been doing loads of old shots of armies and putting it up on there that we've worked on in the past. So I think every week or so I'm going to be putting up new armies, but also I'll view the things from what's new out as well from Warhammer community, so it'll be interesting on there. But yeah, I think I'm going to stream there. We're just past 10 o'clock. It's been over an hour. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And girls, obviously, anyone more than welcome to the channel. But please like, subscribe, all of that jazz. If you can, follow us on all the other social medias. Brilliant. And after this stream, if you can, make a comment on the normal stream, on the normal YouTube comments, that'd be brilliant, because it helps the algorithm for people that are searching for Lost Crusade, because apparently the live chat doesn't help the algorithm that much. I don't know why, but we really appreciate it if you can when the video ends. But yeah, apart from that, have a great day, everyone. It's been nice to get your thoughts, and do put comments in the thing. What's your best armies? What would you like as a skin? That'll be really interesting. And why do you continue to play this game? Well, we'll catch you all later, and I'll keep you updated on what's coming up. Bye for now.